That's Public with Make You Mine here on Giant FM WROI. Hey, good morning. Bowen with you this morning. We're joined now by Evan Gottschalk and Alex Berlin. Evan, you brought Alex along. I know you were with First Federal. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, John. Hey, thanks for firing us up this morning.
No, not a problem. That's what I'm here for. I'm the ultimate hype man, and now I'll let you take it over.
We had some fake technical difficulties just to get the blood flowing, a little adrenaline shot.
That's what I'm exactly.
Off to the races. Welcome to the First Federal Radio Show to our listeners. We do have a special guest that's joining us, Alex Berlin from Rochester Homes, and we're going to be talking with him a little bit about Rochester Homes, a locally owned family business. It's been in our community for a long time. We're excited to have you this morning, Alex.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. Excited to be on here.
And first, let's start with some good news. Hey, it looks like the economy is going to continue on pretty well this year. The China Phase 1 trade deal got signed. That's been a phantom headline for several months. So hopefully now the stock market can continue going up with that news. It doesn't solve all the issues that we may have had with China. Some true, maybe some fabricated. But it should be good for lots of our manufacturers and folks that supply or get a lot of supplies from China. So that's great news. And also for our agricultural community, hopefully that's good news there. Also, the North America Trade Agreement is headed for the President's signature this week. That got passed by the Senate. So we have lots of good economy news. Things are looking good. Also, we'll talk a little bit later in our money section about employment. And we like it. 2020. This is the way we need to start out every year.
Yeah, you know what? We're 17 days in and not a whole lot of complaints yet. So
not yet.
I guess we're on the right track for
so
now.
That's good. We'll see how this impeachment trial goes. I think that's all the news we're going to have for the next few months. So
Yeah.
I don't know how quickly those things get fired up. I have no memory of any.
Hopefully by November, when that whole thing's done, we'll just move on to the next impeachment. You know, it'll just be a never-ending cycle.
Okay, we got some great trivia for you this morning. This one, we're not giving any multiple choice, though. You got to come up with these answers on your own.
Great, because I normally do so well with multiple choice.
I didn't want to make this easy or give you any help. Can you name the three companies that Alphabet, who's Google's parent company, just joined in topping $1 trillion in market value?
Not a chance at all.
We're going to come back to you first later in the show on that one, John. Okay, Tanner, welcome to the show.
Good morning.
Thanks for joining us this morning.
Absolutely.
Hey, what's going on in sports?
A lot. Locally, nationally, on the college level, all the above. Locally, got a big rivalry game tonight between Rochester and Tippecanoe Valley.
Ooh,
That
nice.
game will be played at Tippecanoe Valley. Pretty neat thing they're doing tonight. It's green and yellow night for both schools in memory of Jeff Shriver.
That's awesome.
Oh, yeah, that's neat.
What a great tribute.
So Rochester students and hopefully a lot of their fans will wear green and yellow as well over at Valley. So.
He made a big impression on both kids from both schools, people from both communities.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a neat tribute.
So very cool that they're doing that. And Rochester girls host Valley tomorrow. So it's been a Rochester Valley week. I know the wrestling match happened, I don't know if it was last night or the night before. Valley won between the two. So always a fun week. Winnemac boys host North Jetson tonight. Argus hosts Oregon Davis tonight, and Caston hosts West Central tomorrow. So, on the girls' side, Winnemac hosts Oregon Davis tomorrow, or Argus hosts Pioneer tomorrow, and Caston girls also host West Central tomorrow. So, plenty of action going on. You'll be on the call tonight?
Tonight I will, yep. Myself
Alright.
and Randy Wynn, 7:30-ish for the pregame. Again, it all kind of hinges on JV. So 7:45 expected tip, and then also we'll have the girls' game tomorrow for tipping.
It's your first Rochester Valley experience,
It
isn't it?
is, you know, and I'm going in with an open mind. I'm excited to see where this thing goes.
That's a tough place to play over there.
Yes, it is. So that should be a fun one. Had the college football season wrap up Monday night. Saw LSU beat Clemson to win the national title by a score of 42-25. Pretty good game for the most part.
Great first half.
Yeah,
Great first half, and then the second half happened.
yeah, a little bit. Joe Burrow, I don't know what else to say about the guy. Phenomenal season. And it was 6 total touchdowns in the national championship game to cap off
I
the
think if
silent
I'm not
season.
mistaken for the total. He was in the 60s. for
60,
passing
right on the
touchdowns.
dot. Yeah,
Which is the most ever in college football.
He's a tough guy.
I-
60 more than I ever had.
I think his name will be called as the #1 selection by the Cincinnati Bengals in
Poor
April.
guy.
So, hey.
It's too bad the Bears don't have a first-round draft pick for the next 5 or 6
Yeah,
years.
yeah,
So,
kinda.
we have
It's all
no
right. They
hope.
got Trubisky. That's going to work out.
Yeah, we'll see.
A lot of college basketball going on. Purdue beat Michigan State on Sunday, 71-42.
What?
Something about that Mackey Magic. They play a lot different at home than they do on the road.
That's got to be
It
frustrating.
was but it was a nice sight to see on Sunday. I'm not a big Michigan State fan by any means, so that was fun. They travel to Maryland tomorrow.
What's your prediction there? Another road?
Yeah, I'm not.
It's tough.
Road slaughter.
It's tough. Maryland's undefeated at home. They're coming off a loss at Wisconsin, so they're going to be angry. If Purdue could get that one, that'd be big going forward. But it's got to be a tough one. IU lost at Rutgers on Wednesday, 59-50. Now they travel to Nebraska tomorrow night. Almost a must-win for them, wouldn't you say?
Let's not go there yet. I think it's a little early for that,
Okay,
Tanner.
all right, well, okay. Notre Dame actually won on the road on Wednesday over Georgia Tech, 78-74. They're off this weekend. And number 5, Butler lost a rare home game to number 18, Seton Hall on Wednesday, 78-70. They travel to DePaul tomorrow.
I think Butler had a 10-point lead at the break, too. So
Yep.
Seton Hall came out hot in that
Yep.
second half.
Yeah, you don't see that in Hinkle Fieldhouse too often. So
Seton Hall seems to be pretty well coached this
yeah,
year.
they're pretty good. They got
They've been building a program here for a few years.
Miles Powell, I believe is his name. He's a potential All-American on their team, so they're pretty good. Then we got the NFL playoffs this weekend. You got the Titans at the Chiefs. The Chiefs are a 7.5-point favorite, and the Packers at the Niners, and the Niners are also a 7.5-point favorite. So it looks to be two pretty good games.
It's fun to see Derrick Henry get everything going in the playoffs. That guy, can you imagine that guy running full speed at you?
That's
No,
like trying to stop a Mack truck.
I know.
I don't know. I'm diving out of bounds.
you
It's just
shouldn't be
running
that
towards me.
fast while being that
No.
big. It's just incredible.
Those are monster spreads for the playoffs, though.
It really
Those are
is.
pretty big, yeah. Yeah, especially the conference championship games. So they should be fun. Hoping for 2 really competitive games.
Tennessee's a 6th seed, correct?
Yep.
All right.
They're
Let's
Road
see 'em get it
Warriors.
done.
Yeah, let's
I mean,
see the dream come
they've
true.
won
Yeah.
at New England and at Baltimore.
They're already number 1 in everyone's hearts
Yep.
after beating New
You're
England.
right.
One thing I like about Tennessee is everybody goes one direction with passing and pass defense, and they go to their strength,
Yeah.
which is running, and now all of a sudden teams are trying to remember how to defend the run better, and that's a sign of some of the players that maybe had, you were telling me yesterday, buzzer under their uniform to tell them what was coming.
We'll see if anything comes up
in the
of
batter's
that.
box.
But
That's
if so, it'll be interesting to see what the penalty is. It's
High-tech
got to be pretty
cheating.
harsh. I would
There are
think.
people that are saying they want to ban for life. Now, I don't know if you can go quite that
Yeah.
extreme, but
you think about some of the other things that people have been
Yeah.
banned for,
Yeah.
trying to alter the game or
Mhm.
even allegedly altering. But
It's not a good situation, not a
No.
good look for baseball overall. Got a few tidbits here this morning. On this day in 1916, the Professional Golfers Association was formed in New York City.
wow,
Of course, that grew into what it is today.
I wonder how many
PGA
people were in that
Tour.
at that time.
That's a good question. Yeah, would like to see the round table there.
There's another trivia question for us.
Yeah, got one in my back pocket now. On this day in 1929, Popeye, the cartoon, made his first appearance in the comic strip Thimble Theater. And I guess he was getting kids to eat their spinach.
Uh-huh.
you know, I always tried that at home, popping open the spinach can like he did. It never really
Oh,
worked. Just
yeah.
kind of
False.
made my handcraft.
False
I'm surprised
advertising.
you young fellas even know who Popeye is.
When you started, I thought you were going to go with Popeye's chicken.
They're
I'm going to have another chicken sandwich delivered.
yeah.
And on this day, 1988, I might have put this in there just because they're my favorite NFL team. The Broncos beat the Browns 38-33 in the AFC Championship game, which featured the fumble of Ernest Biner.
Make sure you bring that up to Todd when he gets
I
here
will.
today. He's a
I was
big
planning
Browns
on
fan.
it.
Yeah,
I was
good,
planning
good.
on it. So.
You don't hear that phrase too often, big Browns fan.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're dying out.
He's the one and only.
More and more every year.
Stand strong.
It's the whole stadium to himself.
Gotta give him credit.
And today is National Ditch New Year's Resolutions Day. So I guess
Thank God.
if you're looking for a reason to cheat on your diet, there you go. I'm giving you permission.
Props to everyone for making it 17 days.
17
Yeah,
days.
exactly.
Yeah.
Wow.
About 14 days longer than I made it.
It's also a Kid Inventors Day and Cable Car Day. So, not sure how to correlate all those together, but I'm sure we can find a way if we put right together. So,
Okay, thanks,
you're
Tanner.
welcome.
Upcoming events here locally. Tippecanoe Valley High School Booster Club's having a Coney Dog and Chili Supper tonight from 4 to 6 p.m. in the Commons area. The high school costs $5. Good fundraiser. The Akron Lions Club's holding a fish fry tomorrow from 4 to 6 p.m. at the Akron Community Center, and that's $9 a pound. They sell that by the pound, boys.
Yep.
The first of the 2020 Legislative Breakfast Series is going to be held tomorrow at 7:30 a.m. at the Kewanee Public Library, and Senator Stacey Donato, Representative Doug Gutwein, Jack Jordan, and Ethan Manning will be in attendance. Excuse me. And of course, the 6th annual Sayota Zai Father-Daughter Dance is from 6:30 to 8:30 on February 7th this year, and it's at the Rochester High School this year instead of Grace United Methodist Church. We got a little bit more space to work with, and should be a great event. And I think they can accommodate a few more people because that event always sells out. So get your tickets. They have gone on sale. You can purchase them at the Sentinel or the Community Foundation or Sayota Zai members that you might know, and those are $15 a piece.
More space for you to dance then, Evan. Is that
Yeah,
what it is?
I needed it.
Yeah.
I got some wild moves.
Yeah, there's always a lot of awkward dad dances.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Alice prefers when I do kind of the hammer throw one where arms extended spinning around, so that's
Sure.
really one of the reasons we had to move.
Yeah, I stick to churning butter, but it's a killer event.
I think
that
we
was
need
a lot
some
of fun.
video of this.
Yeah.
We're
Maybe
doing
on
a live
social media
feed now,
pages,
so we
yeah,
might,
yeah.
we might want to break some.
I've got 2 daughters, Tanner. I may need a chaperone for one of them if you want to join us. Just let me know. I'll get a ticket.
I'll go there as the news media just to report.
Also, the 22nd annual Give Your Heart to Your Community Valentine's Day event is actually sponsored by the United Way this year. They're taking over that fundraiser that WROI is involved with. We've appreciated that over the years from the Community Foundation perspective. And actually, there's a little twist this year, which is great. This is a fundraising event for United Way, but the Community Foundation, Fulton County, is actually going to match donations up to $2,500 for this event for Valentine's Day. And that'll be live broadcast here at WROI. And you can call the United Way office at 223-8929 if you're interested in making a donation. And of course, that first $2,500 is matched. So really exciting news and a great fundraiser for our local Fulton County United Way. Got a couple of milestones today. Carl McNulty, former Rochester High School basketball coach and Purdue basketball player, passed away at the ripe age of 89.
Still holds the Purdue single game rebound record of 27.
Wow.
Yeah, he was a pretty good player. I think he was I'm not sure if he was All-American or not, but he was drafted in 1950s to the NBA. So he's more known for his coaching days at Kokomo.
Okay.
As far as his coaching career, but he did coach at Rochester for a little bit. So.
That's great. Local citizen Marjorie Skurzik turns 102 on Sunday. And Mayor Denton made a proclamation declaring Sunday Marjorie J. Skurzik Day.
Very cool.
Congratulations, Marjorie. And then we want to give some flowers this morning to Barbara Enyart and family. This Wednesday at the State of the City address, Mayor Denton honored Emerson Enyart posthumously with the 2019 Citizen of the Year Award. And if you knew Emerson, one of the hardest working guys I've ever met, great family man and local business owner, which is great, and he always treated his employees like family as well, and his customers. Great operation out there at Enyart's True Value Hardware, and we wanted to honor Emerson and Barbara and the family. Okay, money news. This has been a fun topic, like I was talking earlier in the show. The Dow Jones average crossed 29,000 and kept on going yesterday, which is exciting to see. I think it started the year down in the low 28,000s. So we're building some great momentum, and with those trade deals I mentioned and a lot of the strong economic data that's coming out, great time for 401k watching. A lot of times you don't want to look at that, but right now you kind of do, because every day you're making money. It's pretty exciting. December retail sales came out yesterday and were higher than expected, which was great, and employment was a little bit stronger, lower unemployment than expected. And there's kind of a broad measure of unemployment, and it's the lowest ever that it's ever been in recorded history since they started tracking that many decades ago. So that's really good news. Corporate earnings are coming in. It's kind of that announcement season. And we're seeing, I think I saw a stat of over 80% are beating expectations right now from the companies that have reported. So also a good indicator. And that's really what the stock market is the prediction of future corporate earnings. So when those are beating expectations, that's a really good sign for the future. And the lesser known pickup truck indicator. You guys know what that is?
No.
That's there's there's some correlation between pickup truck sales the year before and predicting how well the economy is doing for the next year.
Does Cybertruck play into that at all?
Yeah, I don't know if they would get pre-orders on that. But pickup truck sales were up 2.3% in 2019 from 2018.
Yep.
So that's kind of a discretionary purchase, but also a lot of small businesses buy pickup trucks, and so it's a great sign for the economy. You guys learned something today. Then on the other side of the ledger, according to CNBC, student debt has now reached over $1.6 trillion. So pound that 529 plan if you got one for
I'm
if you got
contributing.
kids.
I'm helping.
Sometimes tough to pay those down, but that is a growing economic factor is the amount of student debt that's in place. Okay, thinking of First Federal, we're open until 5 p.m. today on Fridays here in Rochester, and tomorrow from 8:30 to noon. If you need to come in and hang out and see us, grab a coffee. We're also open on MLK Day on Monday. A lot of places are closed, but we kind of choose to honor Martin Luther King by staying open and providing banking services. So that's something that you may not have known that we would be open. So come on and see us on Monday. We offer a lot of different mortgage products. One of our main claims to fame over the years is our expertise in mortgage and home lending, and that continues today. We can do about any loan that you might want to do, and construction loans are a big part of that. And we'll be talking with Alex Berlin a little bit about construction with Rochester Homes. And we also have a premier first-time homebuyer loan. You can have as little as 5% down if you haven't owned a home in the last 3 years, and no mortgage insurance required, which is normally required if you have less than 20% down. Great deal for first-time homebuyer customers. Please see our loan originators, Ben Dalton, John Schaefer, and Stacy Wilson here in Rochester, and they can provide you with more details. One of the things we like to talk about is getting a free pre-qualification. You're looking to buy a house, not sure you want to be ready for that house that comes on the market. They're not staying on the market long if it's a good home. So you can come in and get a pre-qualification for free and kind of get an idea of maybe that dollar amount you want to look at that'll fit within your budget. And our experts can help you with that and kind of get you started on the right step there for purchasing a home. So come see us. We do offer Simply Free checking accounts and Simply Free business checking accounts, which are pretty rare to find. When you open a new checking account, you can get a free gift. I got my button on this morning. You also get a free gift if you refer friends to come and open an account. They'll get one and you get one. And right now we're giving away a DeWalt multi-tool, which is pretty nice, and a Squish knife set, which is about 8 different kinds of knives.
Yeah, they're bright too to get your attention.
I think they're meant for kitchen use only.
Yes. Good.
That's a required disclosure
Yeah.
on my sheet here.
Good. Now we're covered here.
Yeah, that's right. I'm here for all of us. You can always bank with us online at www.firstfederalbanking.com, and of course with our mobile app. Very convenient. It's free to download. We don't charge for it if you want to use it. ATM's open 24/7 as well if you need some cash. And we're now offering commercial lending for businesses, so you can contact Lindy Breeden for more information about that. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, Instagram at FF Banking, LinkedIn, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're starting to do a little bit more with our YouTube channel also, so please check that out. We're a member FDIC and an equal housing lender. Our NMLS number is 399927. Okay, now we get to the real heart of the show. A discussion with Alex Berlin. Welcome, Alex.
Yeah, thanks for having me on here today. I love talking about our business, so I'm going to need 2 to 3 more hours of your time.
We'll push back to trading post.
Yeah, we need it. We need it.
Alex, you're the Vice President of Sales at Rochester Homes, but you're also the co-owner.
Yeah, so we did a terrible job of advertising this, 4 or 5 years ago now. But Tyler Anderson, my brother-in-law, and myself bought the company from the second generation owner, Kenny Anderson, back in January of 2015.
That's awesome. Very exciting.
Yeah, it was a good, smooth transition, and we started back during the downturn with the goal of getting the company back out of the housing recession.
The Great Recession?
Yeah, and it was a big recession for home builders, as you know. So
Sure was.
after we turned the corner out of that, Kenny did his part and sold the business to us while we were still young. So it was a really good opportunity for us and for the company to turn the corner, and we've had some great years since.
You say we started, you're talking about you and Tyler, you got going kind of in the fire when things weren't looking so good?
Yeah, that's right. So Kenny and the entire business, the ride from the early 2000s when housing economy was so incredible down into 2009 was so rough on everybody that I think he was getting close to being ready to throw in the towel. And Tyler and I, both looked at what the company does and the opportunity, obviously, and said, this is too good of a company and has too much opportunity out there to let it fall into the wasteland. So we stepped in and said, even though it's a bad economy, we want to learn the business now while we're young and while things are bad, and then if we get on the other side of this thing, we want to be owners. So we did it, and it was a successful transition.
I think third generation is probably something that's a little bit rare in business cycle.
For sure.
So how are you making this work?
Well, it takes a lot of love for your family, I'll tell you that, and it takes a lot of good communication, and it takes an incredible team behind us. Tyler and I are two people. Kenny's always been one person, but we've got a killer team over there. We're up to about 140 employees. That's 110 people that work on the production line every day. Those people are critical, both men and women, and then our office staff as well has been really supportive of us. So that's what it's all about.
Alex, give us an idea. You're talking about the number of employees. That's a big number for a local, a city like ours, a county. But what was it like maybe in 2009 or through some of those darker times in our economy's history? What were employment numbers like, just an idea back then?
Sure, they were probably down in the 40s.
Wow.
Yeah, so things have really changed. When Tyler and I started, we were doing, I want to say about 50 homes a year, which with a modular production facility is bare minimum. When you're having to shut down the production line every other week, or you're running, partial houses during a week, it's just really tough on your employees, and it's really tough on your customers not knowing when they're going to get their homes out, and it's really tough on obviously trying to make it work financially too. So this past year, we're going to celebrate 2019 as our best year in company history, revenue-wise, and we built about 275 homes last year. So we've really turned the corner.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. It's been a fun ride so far, and we're excited to keep it going.
All right, you mentioned something, modular construction and 50 homes. How long does it take to build a home using the type of construction that you're talking about?
Sure. So from the moment the home comes in our back door to the moment it leaves off the production line is only 6 days. So it's a really fast process. Wow. Yeah. So we like to say that we're mixing the art of home building with the science of a manufacturing process, and we utilize some of the things that Henry Ford started, and we like to build subcomponents of the homes. So you'll actually, if you come to our factories, which please do, we've got a factory tour every Saturday at 10 a.m. Except for holidays, that's Eastern Standard Time. We get a lot of people from Illinois who
Even there's a lot of demand for housing. There's not much on the market to buy. If you're in the market to purchase, seems like it might be a great time to be in the construction industry.
Yeah, there's an incredible housing shortage, and unfortunately, it's focused in the affordable sector. For some reason, the home builders that are left out there seem to be focused on building very expensive housing, and the NAHB is really urging all of us to turn and focus on the affordability factor. And our type of construction, modular construction, really helps out with affordable construction all the way up to medium. And there are some companies that focus on high end as well. We at Rochester Homes focus on anything from affordable to what we would call middle income housing. And so we're really going to try to help put a dent in that problem that the entire economy is seeing.
All right, if I'm a potential buyer of one of your homes that you're constructing, Do I have some options? You mentioned like maybe the different value of home, but give me the Cliff Notes on kind of some of the choices I might come through and be guided.
Sure. Yeah. So a lot of people think that you're going to get some kind of like kit home, home A or B and colors A or B, but about 65% of what we built was a custom home last year. So somebody either brought us a plan that they drew up on a napkin, or they edited from something they found online. And we like to say we value engineer that into our module sizes so that we can use our building systems to build it really cost effectively and to build it time effectively, but still we're going to design those modules to achieve the end plan that the customer desires. And then of course we've got too many options, Tyler would say, to choose from between colors and countertops and windows, and we are a manufacturer that chooses to use all name brand components, so we're using DuPont Tyvek house wrap and Anderson windows and Owens Corning shingles, Delta faucets. So you're gonna have a plethora of items to choose from. And then people always too wonder, if I don't like what you're offering, what do I do then? Well, at the end of the day, if you omit something from us, you're still going to get the benefit of modular timeframes and cost savings, and you're just going to do, maybe a tenth of the work on site or a fifth of the work on site, and you're going to get exactly what you want. So we really offer a full solution for building whatever home you want to build.
That's probably something most people that aren't familiar with your type of construction really don't know.
Yeah.
They probably have a lot of assumptions or perception about that.
Yeah, I think there's a lot that people don't know about what we do. And again, maybe we build in a 500-mile radius, and we build through a network of independent builders. So we as a company have been really focused on marketing to a home builder, and we like to say that we're almost like an advanced lumber store. A home builder should order parts of a home from us, but at the end of the day, they're selling a total product to their customer that's complete with garages and porches and landscaping and everything you would need to have a turnkey home. But because we've been marketing to that builder, we've done a poor job maybe of marketing to our own community and to the customers around here that we can be helping. And so I really urge people to come out and get to know who we are. We're one of the only builders in the county, if not several counties, who've got model homes. We've got 3 model homes that range anywhere from $100,000 sales price point up to a $350,000 sales price point. So we've got something for everyone to see. And then one of the biggest questions I get, in fact, Zach's here with us today. He's on our marketing team.
Zach.
He's doing a little video for us as well. He posted on our social media feeds a video that we did out at a local job site, a house we just set, and it's got over 6,000 views in the last week. And there's 2 reasons why I think that video's got a ton of views. The first is that it had a really simple message. Modular is not a type of home. It's a type of construction.
Okay.
Modular just means that we're building something in pieces, and we're doing that because we can do it in a controlled environment, and we can do it so effectively. And then we can ship to the job site, and by the time it's finished, it gives you the exact same end-user product that a site-built home would give you, a traditional, conventionally built home. So it was a really simple message. People got to see a really beautiful home, and we had so many people blow up on that because that's the question we get all day. What's a modular home? What's a modular home? Well, it isn't a thing. Modular construction is just what we choose to do to build your home cost effectively and time effectively. Yeah. The other reason that video probably went viral is because there were smoke alarms chirping in the background, and I think several women used it to play a hoax on their husbands and had them looking around their house for their chirping smoke
Wrong battery,
alarms.
change the other one.
So it was a small oversight, but it was pretty funny to hear the stories.
Well, we've noticed you guys do a great job of marketing on social media and other sources. You've got a great website. We think you guys are doing a fantastic job. You mentioned the NAHB earlier, which is National Association of Home Builders.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys recently, Rochester Homes won a couple of awards. Tell us just briefly about that. That's exciting.
So, thank you for mentioning that. We've won awards for Homes of Distinction the last 2 years. One is on our Avery model, which is a 3-piece modular Cape Cod system. It's a really, really beautiful home, super modern decorations in it. Reagan Newton, who's on our marketing team as well as a designer, helped us design and decorate the home. She did a killer job. So, another local member of our community who's an employee at Rochester Homes. Beautiful home. So, home of distinction there. And we got another one for a home that was built by LaPorte Housing up in LaPorte, Indiana. I know you guys do some business with them up
Yes.
there from First Federal. They're thankful for your relationship as well. They designed a home for a retail customer, and that ended up winning an award as well because it was such an interesting and unique look, and it was in that modern farmhouse style that's really trendy right now,
It is.
but it wasn't kind of like hitting you over the head with Joanna
Subtle.
Gaines' book on design. Yeah, so it was a unique take on that design trend. We also won an industry best award for our website, so check that out. It's really easy to use, and we've got a new feature on there in the last year that's a virtual walkthrough of all our homes. So if you're questioning what I'm saying, you're like, I don't believe this guy, modular isn't modular, I know what this is. Check out the website and jump into our homes. You can actually take your screen, jump in, and walk around all 3 of our models, plus several other models from some of our building partners, and see what they are before you come touch and feel it. But the website got a really nice award too.
Give us the web address there so we can check that out this morning.
Yep, it's just RochesterHomesInc.com.
Great. One final question for you. Local employer, local business owner, what's your biggest challenge right now?
So you talked a minute ago about how employment rates are so low right now. Well, in the construction industry, that's a problem. We need good qualified labor right now. Not just Rochester Homes, obviously, but I mean on a national scale, NAHB is single-handedly focused on trying to get people back into the construction industry. A lot of young people want to go off to college and take on that student debt, unfortunately, and then don't want to come back and work in construction trades. And what's beautiful for Rochester Homes is that we are in a controlled environment. So our production employees are under a covered roof all day. We control elements a lot better than, if it's snowing outside, it's not snowing inside. If it's 50 below outside, it's still 50 degrees in our factory. We also use, building jigs and fixtures and crane systems so that our employees are not doing super heavy lifting. As I mentioned earlier, we've got a strong contingent of women who work in our factory doing construction with us.
That's great.
Which is a killer thing. If you're a woman, you're out there and you're thinking, I can't apply to Rochester Homes because I'm a female and I can't do construction, that's the wrong idea. Yeah, come and see us. We love trying to move that women in construction movement forward. So we're ahead of the game at Rochester Homes in the labor shortage, but that is something that construction builders across the country are dealing with right now that kind of keeps us awake at night sometimes.
If someone wants to apply, how do they do that to work at Rochester Homes?
You got to come in and see us. We want to get to meet you and get to know you. We've got an incredible team of people over there. Every single one of our production workers is a valued team member. Obviously, we can't do anything that we do without them building our homes. So we want to get to know you, fill out an application, talk to Sam in our HR department. She'll get you started, and then we'll get you on the training bus. And if you don't have any experience in construction, don't worry about that. We want good people who've got great attitudes, and we're teaching a lifelong skill too. It's a neat thing to come and build homes with us. Even if you're going to do it for 3 or 5 years, don't think of it has to be your career, although we invite you to have that as well. We've got several employees who've been there for 20, 30, 40 years.
That's a good sign.
But it's, we're going to teach you how to do stuff that you're going to use for the rest of your life. If you're going to be a homeowner at some point, most likely, and you're going to need to know how to, change out your recept or fix something in your house, fix a leaking faucet. Yeah. So we're going to teach you lifelong skills at Rochester Homes, so come see us.
That's a good pitch. We're speaking with Alex Berlin, co-owner of Rochester Homes, a great local business, 3rd generation. Congratulations on your success last year, your best revenue year ever. That's exciting, and we appreciate what you guys are doing and what you mean to the local economy.
Yeah, thanks, and back at you guys. We couldn't do what we do without great, financing sources like you guys. You guys are a great hometown solution, and you really take care of our customers. So we appreciate that, and thanks for having me on. Zach and I brought you guys some sweatshirts, some little swag to wear around town.
That's going on today.
Yeah, there you go.
Thank you,
Alex.
Alex.
On it, so thanks for having us on.
Okay, our trivia question. Can you name the 3 companies that Alphabet just joined in topping $1 trillion in market value? John.
Amazon, Burger King, and Caterpillar. It's ABCs, right?
We need to get your transcript. Anybody else?
Don't even know where to start.
Okay. It's Amazon. So ding, ding, ding.
Sweet.
Apple and Microsoft. It's all tech companies. And now Alphabet, who owns Google, is also in that club. So kind of an interesting stat. Okay, we're going to close our show this morning. We appreciate all the listeners with a quote, words of wisdom. Take this with you today. Our character is what we do when no one else is looking. And that's by H. Jackson Brown Jr., an American author. Thanks.
There it is. All right.
Alrighty.